When a new baby joins a family, it's normal to expect a bit of a learning curve. Even seasoned parents understand that an infant comes with a whole new set of specific needs and desires. Some babies have more demands than others right from birth. While some newborns are quiet and content, others cry incessantly unless they're being held. When a woman in Moldova brought her new daughter home, the baby seemed miserable, and the mother suspected it was more than just colic. What unfolded was a story that took nearly 40 years to reveal, leaving everyone involved utterly shocked. In March of 1978, Vera and her husband Nikolai welcomed a new baby into the world, a daughter whom they named Tatiana. It should have been the happiest time of their lives, but for Vera, something just felt off. It was something she couldn't explain. All babies have their growing pains, but Tatiana seemed absolutely miserable as an infant. She cried nonstop, and when Vera fed her daughter, the child would struggle and fight against her. Vera hoped this was something that would pass, but it didn't. As Tatiana grew up, she continued being difficult, moody, and hard to control. However, what Vera didn't know was that Tatiana actually had a pretty disturbing reason for behaving this way in the first place. Vera's family and neighbors had always whispered about the little girl, and now Tatiana was getting old enough that she could start to piece together some of the rumors. What her family believed was something Vera refused to accept. Here are Vera, her husband Nikolai, and their children, including baby Tatiana. The rumor was that Tatiana wasn't actually Vera's daughter. Instead, whispers swirled that Tatiana and another baby had been switched at birth. It was so far-fetched that Vera and Nikolai initially refused to believe such a major blunder could have been made. In 1999, Vera and her family were preparing to leave their native Moldova to start new lives in the United States. That's when a neighbor with very important information finally decided that she had to speak up and say something. The neighbor told a story about another infant born at the same time as Tatiana, who always cried as an infant and who suffered from the same problems when it came to eating. The uncanny similarity was enough to make Vera and Nikolai's ears perk up. "She knew us," Nikolai said of the neighbor in a November 2017 interview with Inside Edition. "She knew the other family, and she knew that both kids were having problems after the hospital." Tatiana, pictured in the center of this image, didn't quite resemble her other family members. Nikolai added, "As they grew up, I guess she could tell that the other kid looked a lot like our family and that the kid we had looked like their family." Vera and Nikolai weren't able to find the other family prior to their move from Moldova to the United States. However, when they visited their home country, they made it a point to search everywhere for potential answers. Here are Vera, Nikolai, Vera, and their 4 children on a visit back to Moldova. Tatiana is the second from the right. In August 2017, there was a major breakthrough using social media. Tatiana, now in her 30s, and her sister Victoria learned that the name of the other child from the neighbor's story was Valentina. Tatiana even found Valentina online. Tatiana and Valentina connected and confirmed what they already suspected. They were born on the same day in the same hospital. They also exchanged photographs, and Tatiana couldn't believe what she was seeing. Valentina looked just like her parents. Here's a picture of Valentina. The resemblance to Tatiana's family members is striking. Vera's son, Anatoly, still vividly remembers the moment the discovery was made. "My mom asked me to come over. She opened a laptop with 2 baby photos and pointed at one, asking me to tell her who it was," he added. "I told her it was Victoria, my younger sister. It looked just like her." The picture, however, was one of Valentina as a baby. Here, Anatoly poses with his biological sister Victoria. See how much she looked like Valentina. They knew in their hearts that Valentina was their sister based on the pictures. "She looked exactly like my younger sister and Anatoly." But there was only one way for the family to confirm what they all believed to be true. Another photo of Sister Victoria left really made it clear just how much Valentina looked like the family. In October 2017, both families were invited to appear on a Russian TV show to share their story. While there, they would also undergo a DNA test to confirm what they already suspected to be the truth. Tatiana and Valentina, kneeling from the left, met for the first time in the photo below. The results surprised no one. "It was the first time we had the opportunity to see our birth sister Valentina and hug each other," Anatoly said. "Also, that day was the first time my sister Tatiana had the opportunity to hug and cry with her birth family." So what happened the day the girls were born on March 27, 1978? Their mothers were sharing a hospital room. The two little girls were taken away to be bathed, and when they were returned, they were accidentally swapped, and no one noticed. Left to right are Tatiana, Victoria, Valentina, and Anatoly. Since reuniting with her birth parents, Vera and Nikolay, Valentina has become an integral part of the family. Her 16-year-old daughter now visits her grandparents often, and Valentina has even taken on the role of a surrogate mother to one of her new nephews. In this photo, Valentina sits between her birth parents. Amazingly, neither family planned to sue the hospital for this colossal blunder. Instead, they were overjoyed that everything was set right and that the girls now had two families. Here, Victoria, Anatoly, Valentina, their older brother, and Vera pose together for a picture. Anatoly and his newly discovered sister have grown so close that he made plans to help her move from Moldova to the United States to be closer to her biological family. Anatoly's relationship with Tatiana remains unchanged. She is still his sister. I talked to her and told her that nothing changes between us. The only difference is that I gained a sister. We are brother and sister, he added touchingly. We love her, and nothing is ever going to change that. This is such an amazing story. It definitely sends chills down the spine of anyone who has ever wondered if something like this could happen to them.